There's a public safety emergency taking place on Metro. Metropolitan Transportation Authority this past week saying they are very concerned about the attacks against bus drivers. And of course, there's a murder that took place this week when a 66-year-old woman was stabbed in the neck at the Universal City Station across the street from here as she was returning from a swing shift as her job as a security officer at a fast food restaurant. And then there was an attack at Figueroa and Adams on Friday. Joining us now from downtown is Kathryn Barger, a member of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors and a Metro Board member. Thanks for taking the time. As a member of the board, you said that, listen, as a woman, I don't feel comfortable taking the subway.
I have taken it, and I've seen what's taking place. I've talked to friends who have no choice but to take it, who have told me horror stories, and I felt as a Metro board member, I needed to say exactly how I feel, and that is, I wouldn't take it. I don't feel safe taking it. And something's got to change. I mean, we've got to bring sanity and safety back to the Metro system.
There was an effort to bring more uniformed officers to patrol the stations and the subway, the streetcar, the buses. But instead, the board in the past said, listen, too many uniformed officers are upsetting to some of our passengers. They opted for an ambassador program, which you see, these are civilians that are hired. They have the vests. Has that helped?
The ambassadors will tell you they need public safety presence in order to do their job. So I said when we were talking about the ambassadors, it's not an either or, it's an and. And I feel as though we have missed the fact that public safety, these officers also are a deterrent for those that are using our system as a crime of opportunity to go and rob people. And that's what I'm hearing on some of our lines where they jump on and jump off. So to me, it's never been an either or. It has to be an and. The ambassadors play an important role helping our transit riders get to and from and kind of helping them navigate. But that can't take the place of public safety.
Out of curiosity, how many board members actually take the bus or take the subway?
Out of curiosity, I can tell you that I believe that at least one does use it. But don't hold me to that. I don't. And when I first got elected, I was so excited to take the gold line, which will always, it's the A line now, but it's the gold line to me, into work, and actually met people who recognized me and wanted to talk about issues. I don't do that. Our problem is we've got a transit system that's very porous. We don't do fare enforcement, and not every person that evades fares is a criminal. But we are seeing those that are committing these crimes have not paid fares and are walking on our system. We've got transients living on our system. I was talking to someone who took the gold line last week who said that over half the car was full of transients that were just sitting there, and they got out and went to another car. This is not a transit system that we should be proud of.
Right. What do the fellow board members say? Because one gets the impression that your voice does not have the majority.
So clearly the pendulum has swung. The motion that I brought in began the discussion on what we need to do. And my motion was simple: investigate fare gate hardening at our heavy and light rail stations, something that we don't have in place. Implement latching fare gates upon exit. We have 2 pilots planned in North Hollywood and Union stations, and then report data on violent crimes that have been committed over the last 12 months on the LA Metro system, and then the correlations found with not paying fare. Now, a year ago, I probably wouldn't have gotten a second, but not only did I get a second, I got a third, fourth, fifth, unanimous, with my colleagues adding on to that. Mayor Butts wanted to talk about AI. And seeing how we can put that on our rails. Supervisor Hahn wants to ensure that anyone coming on does not have a weapon, which means that we'd have to possibly put in metal detectors. I don't want to swing the other extreme, which Director Mitchell brought up. I agree with her. I don't think we should have a knee-jerk reaction, but there are things we can do and must do.
Kathryn Barger, a member of the LA County Board of Supervisors and also a member of Metro Board of Directors. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you.
The governor and legislative leaders in Sacramento say they want to help abortion providers from Arizona. That when we return.